Hey yo, divine earthlings of the universe. What is up? What is up? What is up? I do hope that you all are having a good day, a good night, whatever time it is for you. Peace, love, light, blessings, namaste. Today is Friday, April 11th of 2025. It's a 411 portal, the 411 portal. What's the 411 on you, divine collective? I'm going to tell you what the 411 is. Part of the 411, because I was cutting this deck yesterday. I shuffled it after my reading yesterday, which was about your like a spiritual community entourage ended up turning it to a solo divine mission. Like you could have had an entourage of people that you connected to, not that you had to hang out with them every day, but it was like an entourage, but all of a sudden you went solo. And I'm hearing solo, YOLO, you only live once. And so you like, I only live once. Even if I got to do something solo, I'm going to do it. So before I keep proceeding with this message, because it's going to be like a quick message, nothing too lengthy. But I do want to say that if it don't resonate, do not eat the food on the plate. And don't fit that Cinderella slipper if it don't fit. I'm one reader. You may resonate with another reader. So if you don't resonate with me, that's cool. Find the reader that is best for you. Always know your free will, intuition, and discernment are key factors, as this is never to impose my feelings, thoughts, beliefs into your life. All right, and we remove any dark entities, dark energies, and evil eye vibes, evil eye vibers, and negativity from the space. And we keep this space divinely protected in the love, light, and glow of our ancestors, the Most High, and our archangels. And we ain't judging. This is a non-judgment zone. We healing over here. This is a clarity zone, spiritual zone, zen zone, uplifting zone. Okay, so let's proceed. So I wrote down something because you had to go solo. You was like, YOLO, I'm gonna have to go solo. And that's okay. And it wasn't easy. Yeah, so as I was cutting the deck yesterday, I cut up and I kept like picking up the deck and picking up the deck, and whatever card it was that called to me, I was like, okay, cool. We gonna make this a reading. So that's how that happened. And then I heard today, I was talking to someone, and I ended up, like, the conversation was about like how you help others, okay, like helping other people. And either whether it's helping family, helping a stranger, helping work endeavors, helping people that you love, however you put helping anyone, what your intentions is behind it. So then I was like, some people help others to stand out versus how can I say this? I wrote it down, but it's coming out choppy. I apologize. So basically I said, it's a difference from helping others to stand out versus standing out for helping others. So you got people out here that are helping others just to stand out. And then you have people that stand out because they actually help other people. And so you could be somebody who's standing out in a crowd because you help other people. It's not that you want this crowd to watch you, to know who you are. You just actually stand out in a crowd of a sea of people because of your energy, because of your glow, because of your anointing, because of your help, because of your healing. And you're standing out amongst others. And then you have other people that help just to stand out, being like, oh, I'm gonna stand out because I'm helping this person or that person. And it's 255. Okay, spiritual sign. We can actually look up that. Let's look up angel number 255. Let's look up that and see what it says. So then I'm gonna get to these cards and see what they say. So 255 encourages you to have faith and trust that life changes you are experiencing are important and necessary. Hold on, I gotta click on it. And necessary in regards to your life purpose and mission. Yeah, the fact that It says encourages you to have faith and trust that life changes you are experiencing are important and necessary in regards to your life purpose and mission. So your life purpose and mission is to stand out for helping others. And I got like a little heaviness on my chest. It might be a heavy pill to swallow, because you might not be someone who does anything to stand out. Like, you're not trying to create attention to stand out, but the fact that you help others with a purity, it makes you stand out in people's lives. Like, you're the person that people remember. Like, you stand out from a crowd. You stand out from a phone contact. Like, say they need to call somebody, you're that number that stands out in a phone that they know they can call, and you gonna listen. Are you gonna be there? Are you gonna assist? Are you gonna help? Are you gonna pour what you can pour into it and do what you can do? You stand out. You might not have everything that you think you need, but you stand out with how you treat people, how you help people. Then on the other hand, you have people that stand out, that help others just so they can stand out. Like, oh, I help so-and-so and help so-and-so so they can get the accolades. That's the difference on your mission. So you're in this part of why you're on this mission. Oh, that, thank you, Spirit. I love how these cards are even coming together, because I wrote that today and I saw 1:11 p.m. Yeah, I saw 1:11 and it's 4:11, and that's the 411 on you. Let's look up 4:11 as well as we wait, hold on. So 2:55 is also, let's see what else it could mean. It's a reminder of the spiritual path and the need to connect with your higher self and the divine. It also concerns change and personal freedom. So a lot of things started to change in your life because you stood out. And maybe you standing out from a crowd, you were the standout. Like, a lot of people didn't expect you to be the one to stand out. Maybe you didn't expect to stand out just because you help people. You just like, well, I just was helping this person. I wasn't expecting anything of it. I didn't expect to stand out because I helped this person. I just helped this person. But people talk about you and you have changed their lives, okay, for helping them. You've changed a lot of people's lives because you helped them. And that is what makes you stand out in a crowd. You're like the art piece that actually stands out and people look at for a while, trying to still figure out, how did this art piece, what was their inspiration to this art piece? Like, it's so interesting. It's mesmerizing. You're a mesmerizing art piece out here that stands out in a crowd. You're very unique. You're very different. You could be a little weird. You could be a little wallflower, You're that wallflower on the wall over here. You're a what is it? A loner, that's why, thank you, Spirit, going back to the other reading, that's why you're on this solo divine mission. You realize you only live once. If I got to do it solo, okay, fine. Even on your solo mission, you're standing out amongst you even stood out in a crowd, because that video is called Spiritual Community Entourage, or if you're just whatever kind of things you put into the community, whatever entourage you may have had, you were like the person that actually stood out, that was unexpected, and or you stood out and it was expected, but other people wanted to stand out. Like, you were helping people out of just because this is the mission, right? Other people were helping people because of what kind of mission it was, or what they could stand out. Yeah. Other people like, oh, I'm gonna do this mission because I know I'm gonna stand out. So let me see, 411, because I don't got that much time left. I got like 5 more minutes. Let's see, spiritual meaning. So 411 means hope is on the horizon. It's full of positive energy, balance, and the promise of new beginnings. Yeah, you got new beginnings coming your way. You are under the loving protection and care of divine beings from higher realms, okay? means hope. Okay, we already said that hope is on the way. Horizon signifies guidance, fresh beginnings, and spiritual growth. Powerful message to trust your path. All right, change, a solid foundation is coming through. Oh, look at this. 411 is a message to engage in creative projects and pursuits and concentrate and focus on your spirituality and serving your divine, what does it say? In serving your divine life purpose. Stay away from negative situations and keep a positive attitude and outlook in regards to your life and destiny. Yep, stay away from negative situations. Some people was just negative that are now, that you either have to stay away from or that spirit has ordered. Like I have an order of protection that you have to stay away. Thank you, spirit. Because look, cutting scissors. This is why I couldn't go to the cards first. Cutting scissors. Cutting out, serving ties. Things were cut out. See, some people were cut out. And so since you can just have a solo mission, you don't have to, it's just you. Ain't no competition here. And see, you weren't even competing with a group of people, or you weren't competing to be the best of the best. You weren't competing with anybody for anything. You just stood out. And that's why these contracts were ended and server ties. Things have been severed because you're a high priestess. And so I'm just going to pick it up like this, and then we're going to end this reading. Things were severed, but see, you still rose into a high priestess, and you have ancient knowledge, or a high priest. Okay. And yeah, you're on your divine mission. You see what I'm saying? Divine mission, high priestess. You have people whose eyes were green with envy. That's why this thing, they were cut out. Uh-oh, look. As this card wants to fall, your abundant harvest. Yeah, their eyes was green with envy because of your abundant harvest. Okay? That's why they had to get cut out. Spirit's telling me to pick up another card. So we're going to go with something. You got a sacred union. Yeah, people could have been envious about your union because you spiritually passed the test. So, yep. And that's why you've been spiritually initiated. You see what I'm saying? Spiritually passed the test and you are spiritually initiated. And you could be having some royal babies with this sacred union. Or just birthing new things and birthing new commitments. If people want to propose a lot to you because you have you're on your divine mission work. And they took a fool's journey because they were arrogant. So again, some people wanted to stand out for helping others. Or, okay, some people helped others to stand out. And that was a foolish thing for them to do. And they used their arrogance and they became envious. And that's why things are being cut out their own lives. And you are one of the things that have been cut out of someone's life. Okay? And things ended with. And you a whole as spiritual general. So things had to be cut out when you got on your divine mission work. And look, this is a solo mission. See, she's by herself. And you standing out. You see what I'm saying? Standing out. Because you're about to help others. And people know who you are because you're a spiritual general. So let's get another. Yeah, you're a college graduate. Let me get another. Wealthy man. You're going to stand out because you got wealth and people going to be in regret. Some people are in regret because they could have had wealth with you. Yeah, they worried. See? Because your divine inheritance is here. Some people worried that you still getting your divine inheritance and they're in regret. And yeah, because you still got your divine inheritance right here. Oh, look at the card that's kind of showing up at the bottom. Wealthy woman. Divine collective. Y'all are about to, I'm telling you, your divine inheritance is here. All because you break generational curses and you're helping people to see more clearly. I'm going to end it there though, because I do got to go. But if it didn't resonate, this was something quick. It was an energy that came through. I wanted to just talk about it. But that's the 411. The 411 is that you got wealth coming in regardless. It's because Spirit is giving you your divine inheritance for helping people. And that's why you're standing out. And people are even seeing you so clear. All right. So, anywho, if it didn't resonate, do not force the fit of this message, okay? Love and light to you, divine collectives, and namaste. Thank you.